The local travel experts in Paris recommend that you have tickets to see Notre Dame Cathedral. But that's something we didn't do. Still, we made our way to the cathedral on a Sunday morning, and we'll show you what happened. All right, it is a Sunday morning in Paris, and we are going to first have a quick bite to eat, but then we're going to try to attend Mass at Notre Dame Cathedral.
Okay.
So we'll see if we can get in, how that works, and then we're going to play things by ear for the rest of the day, kind of ish.
Oh, kind of
so
relaxed.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens with Mass first.
Okay.
And we're going to go from there. All right, so we are out the door, heading to the metro to make our way to Notre Dame. And so I haven't told you this yet. So the way Notre Dame works in terms of visiting it, you have to, if you want to just visit the cathedral, you have to have a reservation.
Right.
But they only take reservations, it says like on the website, either one day before or up to 2 days before. So I was not able to make any kind of reservation before we left home. And so I had it in my notes to, try to do so today. And I was thinking tomorrow would have been the Tour Notre Dame day. So I hopped online this morning and everything is sold out. Not sold out, but all the available reservations gone for today, gone for tomorrow, and gone for the next day after that.
Wow.
And they say they do 10 to 15,000 of these a day, but it's kind of inconsistent in terms of when they get released. Because even like they say on the website, it could be 24 hours before, it could be 48 hours before. You just have to hop online. So our chance to see Notre Dame is going to be by attending Mass. So hopefully we're able to get in and see if that works.
Right.
From the Hotel d'Orsay in the 17th arrondissement, it's 39 minutes for us to get to Notre Dame Cathedral via a metro ride plus a short walk. There's one long line for the people who are interested in just going in to tour the church. They're not looking to attend a liturgical service. And then off to the right was the entrance queue for attending Mass, which was much shorter.
No stick, please.
Oh, okay.
In your bag. Thank you.
Okay. The microphone and stick came off the iPhone, and we made our way inside the legendary cathedral.
We made our way to our seats for the 10 a.m. Gregorian Mass. If you're Catholic and looking to attend Mass in Paris, we highly recommend this Gregorian Mass experience.
And it was this Gregorian Mass that I thought was absolutely spectacular and stunning and hit all the senses. The music was phenomenal. There was incense.
Yeah, and we were in Notre Dame Cathedral.
Yeah.
I mean, there was just a sense of majesty about the whole thing.
Yeah.
It was just beautiful.
The grand organ of Notre Dame is one of the largest in France. While not destroyed in the 2019 fire, it suffered damage from lead, dust, and humidity. Nearly 8,000 pipes and the organ components were cleaned and restored, and the organ sounded mightily during the cathedral's reopening ceremony on December 7th, 2024. It's a magnificent instrument. Just listen to this. When Mass concluded, we exited the seating area and joined the people inside who were there to tour the cathedral.
Stepping inside Notre Dame Cathedral, you immediately sense why it is one of the most beloved landmarks in all of Paris. For centuries, this Gothic masterpiece has stood as a symbol of faith, resilience, and artistic beauty, not only for the city, but for the world.
Construction began in 1163 and took nearly 200 years to complete. The result is one of the finest examples of French Gothic architecture, filled with soaring vaults, intricate stone carvings, and an overwhelming sense of vertical grace that draws your eyes heavenward.
As you walk through, notice the stained glass, especially the famous rose windows. These brilliant circles of color filter sunlight into radiant blues, reds, and purples, bathing the interior in a kaleidoscope of light. It's easy to see why generations of Parisians have found spiritual comfort here. When you visit, remember this is a working church, so silence is expected.
Silence, please. Silencio, por favor.
The cathedral is filled with statues and iconography that tell stories from the Bible. Saints, angels, and the Virgin Mary appearing throughout the space. Each side chapel along the nave is dedicated to a different saint or devotion, inviting quiet reflection.
While the devastating fire of April 2019 damaged the roof and spire, much of Notre Dame's artwork, including many of its historic paintings, were carefully removed during the fire and has since been restored and preserved. Inside today, you'll still find paintings from the 17th and 18th centuries, showing that art and faith continue to live within these walls.
What makes a visit here so special is that you're standing in the very heart of Paris, both geographically and spiritually. This is where major French events were celebrated, where Napoleon was crowned emperor, and where millions of visitors each year still come to admire its beauty and history.
Even as restoration continues, stepping inside Notre Dame feels like entering a living story, one of hope, endurance, and timeless artistry.
Outside, Notre Dame is just as breathtaking. The twin towers, the delicate stone tracery, and the flying buttresses are architectural marvels that define Gothic design.
The front facade, with its 3 great portals, is covered with sculpted scenes from Scripture. Standing here, you can't help but admire how every inch of stone tells a story. It's no wonder Notre Dame remains one of the most photographed buildings in Paris.
Live from Paris, France. We just attended Mass at Notre Dame Cathedral. What are your thoughts there, Julie?
It was beautiful. It was a Gregorian chant mass, but it was Novus Ordo. But it was absolutely beautiful.
It was very nice.
Yeah.
Like you said, Gregorian chant. We were able to hear the organ.
Absolutely stunning. The organ was just wonderful. The organist was wow.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
There's some improvisation. The end piece was spectacular. I do play organ at my local parish. If I played something like what he played at the end of Mass, they would probably run me out of town. But
Do it.
But that's the way it should be done. Very, very abstract, very atonal, very wow.
It was spectacular.
Yeah. So we were able to get in for the 10 a.m. Mass. If you're not coming for Mass, then it looks like, I think I mentioned earlier, reservations are recommended. When we walked up, I saw there was a line for no reservations.
Yeah. So apparently you can get in, but you're going to wait in line.
Yeah.
So if you're going to do that, or you can't get reservations, I would come early.
Yeah. And then
Now we're at a Mass, and it is just massive.
pretty packed. and after Mass, then we were able to go and tour the cathedral.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was interesting because many of the side chapels, they weren't accessible like many other churches we go into. So when the artwork is hanging in
They're
there,
pretty sparse too.
Very sparse.
Very plain and sparse,
yeah,
which I was a little surprised.
yeah, and it could be partly because of the reconstruction effort that
Yeah.
might still, I think, still is underway. You could look at the. I don't know if it's the bell towers, but the towers on top of the cathedral here, that looks like there's still work going on. There's a crane in the background, so it's in progress. Inside looks,
I have to laugh
right?
though.
Yeah.
Those gentlemen behind us,
yes,
they kept saying, "I am so shocked how clean the walls look. They look so. What have they done? The walls. Last time I was here, they were like black." And I'm
Oh.
thinking, the last time you were here was probably before the fire.
yeah,
Nothing.
they haven't.
No.
Okay, so it's being restored. Parts have been restored, and it's one of these. I think if you're in Paris, a bucket list experience.
Yeah.
So we have done that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just beyond the cathedral, the streets are lined with small shops selling Parisian souvenirs. Everything from postcards and berets to miniature Eiffel Towers. On a Sunday, you'll also find vendors selling goods in the outdoors.
It's a fun area to wander, pick up a few keepsakes, and grab a bite to eat. The cafes nearby make it easy to enjoy a leisurely Parisian lunch while reflecting on your visit to Notre Dame. Looking for a place to have lunch, we decided on a Japanese ramen restaurant.
There's many food varieties in Paris we're finding. It's kind of like Los Angeles. There's a bit of everything. There's more of everything else than French food. But today for lunch we were trying Japanese ramen, and we found a veggie ramen option, and you're getting an extra.
Marinated egg.
And I'm doing the veggie bao, and we're gonna do that for lunch today in Paris.
Okay, I have veggie bao. I've never had a veggie bao before, but the grandkids watch some short on Disney.
They don't look like that though.
Yeah, they look a little different, but it's really, really, it's interesting to touch. It's very soft.
Kids would love that.
It's fun just to touch it. And I don't know exactly what's in it. It's veggie. There's a nice sauce in it, a little crunch in it. You got the sauce, so you got different textures, different flavors. Veggie bao.
Didn't start crying though, huh?
And no crying, because in the short on Disney, there are tears. If you haven't seen it, I think the first time we watched it with our grandchild, it upset him.
So bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know, but now he's better with it.
yeah.
Look at that
Yeah, maybe.
utensil.
So you can get the broth.
It's what?
So you can get the broth.
So you can get the broth. That looks like an adventure.
You have to mix it.
Oh, you got enough paste. That's not your 25-cent package of ramen at the grocery store.
No.
Longer soft-boiled fermented egg,
Yep.
marinated egg.
I've always wanted to try one of them. Getting this is the hard part. It's hot.
As we're walking around the Parisian neighborhoods in the center of Paris, I had some observations that came to mind. One is it's a very dense living area, which probably is one of the reasons that makes it so conducive to having the public transportation. Compared to where we live, it's all single family homes, and it's like I look at the block that's in front of me, that's on the other side of the camera, and we would have, like in our neighborhood, maybe 4 homes, single family homes. Here, you've got probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6. You probably have anywhere from 20 to 40 apartments.
Mm-hmm.
So, different density than Southern California. The pluses of the density, from somebody who does yard work every Saturday morning, there's no yard work to be done.
There's no yard.
There's no yard to enjoy. but there's no yard work to do. And we were looking at some of the real estate brochures and the windows here. One insanely pricey, like some dinky apartments, 1.5 million euro, 2 million euro. The cheapest one we saw was like 440,000 euro.
Just this flat, or just a
Studio.
studio. Yeah.
So basically a bed, a kitchen, and probably a bath. But the I guess, depending how you look at it, the upside with that is it forces you to have less stuff because there's no place to put it. We're notorious where we live. People have so much stuff that we know multiple people who not only have all this stuff in their way too big homes, because we have way too big homes to begin with, but then they have storage units to keep more stuff.
Oh,
that they don't have room for
we
it.
do know somebody. Yes.
Yeah, we know people
Yeah.
in that category. So those are my observations from walking around Paris. Yeah. Could you live in a small Paris apartment?
It would be an adjustment because we are one of those people that have too much stuff.
But we could adjust.
I think we could
Yeah.
adjust.
So non-negotiables for me would be I have to have a piano.
A grand.
That'd be hard. That'd be hard to give that up. But if I had to have just an upright for living in Paris, maybe. Maybe. I have to think about it. Yeah. But that's my only one non-negotiable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to have a piano.
Yeah. Other than that,
Well, you'd have none of your electronics.
I have my computer. I have my MacBook.
Yeah, that's it.
You're talking about my musical instrument
Yes.
stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your organ, your electric pianos.
Okay, we'll buy 2 apartments. One to live in and one for the stuff. What do the musicians do in Paris, I wonder, that have the keyboards and the stuff? And
I'm sure they
I
have
don't know.
keyboards.
Yeah. I guess, so you do what you have to do, you adjust, and you work with the footprint that you have.
I told you, though, if you get the job at Notre Dame as the organist, we'll move here.
Okay. Well, I'll have to keep my eyes open to see when there's a job opening, but don't hold your breath on that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
After lunch, we got in more steps by taking a walk along the River Seine, one of the best ways to experience Paris at a slower pace.
The pathways that trace the river give you postcard-perfect views of bridges, historic buildings, and boats gliding by. Walking along the river, you find the city with its romantic old-world charm.
As you stroll, you'll see why so many artists and writers have been inspired by the Seine. Whether you're people watching, taking photos, or just enjoying the soft light that Paris is famous for, it's the perfect way to spend an afternoon in the city of light.
A walk here reminds you that Paris isn't just a place to see, it's a place to feel.
Sometimes when you're in tourist mode, it could be easy to think you've got to pack your itinerary and see this, see that, and check all these things off the list. But you were saying you had a different idea with that.
Because your brain, my brain in particular, doesn't like the go and non-stop stuff. I like to be able to sit down, relax a little bit. Like we just sat by the river
Yeah.
and just kind of refreshed a little bit. Told off a few kids, and that felt normal to me, so I was back in a norm.
They were being nasty to the pigeons. Yes.
But it was like one of those refresh moments, and I think you need those sometimes too.
Yeah, you're saying you need to sprinkle those in
Sprinkle it in a little
between the doing all the stuff.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Phil,
Phil Rosenthal.
tell ya, it looked marvelous. It did. Beautiful cakes, beautiful desserts. They even had some ice cream. But that was a little too sweet for me.
So before we come into Paris, we pulled up an early episode of the Phil eating shows, and it was I'll have what Phil's having.
Yeah.
It was the Paris episode, and he what's the place called? Pierre Hermé.
Yeah.
Hermé? was one of the places that was recommended for pastry. So we checked it out, but as you said, too sweet for you. You probably want like croissant-y kind of something more bready.
Yeah, more bready.
So we're gonna keep looking for the afternoon cafe. But here's the thing that seems to be happening to us in Paris is we do something, we do a big activity, and then we do some walking. We end up doing a lot of walking.
A lot of walking.
And once it gets to about 3 p.m., 4 p.m., coffee time, pastry time, croissant time, and then we walk some more.
Yeah.
And then we have nice dinner.
Yeah.
So
That's our thing.
Seems to be our Paris mode.
Yeah.
And it works.
It works for us.
It works. We've been doing close to 20,000 steps a day so far.
Yeah.
So get ready for walking when you come here.
After a bit of afternoon walking, our treat was a tart and coffee.
It's citron meringue.
And I got this very interesting looking apple tart that
They call it apple pie.
apple pie tartine, I think was the French name. Look different, so we'll try something that's French. They don't sell this where we live. Something that looks like this. So afternoon snack.
Really good.
And if that wasn't enough food, we found a quaint restaurant just past the Arc de Triomphe with live jazz music for dinner. A wonderful way to end this day.
All right, so we ordered something new called vegetable tartare, which means the vegetables aren't cooked. They look like they're marinated, and there's goat cheese and chives on the top. Yeah, it's good.
Thanks for joining us on another day in Paris. We hope the videos we share of our time in Paris inspire a future adventure for you. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to catch our upcoming travel videos. We do appreciate it. Join us on our next video when we'll explore more top sites in Paris, France.
Thank you.